I'm Congressman Steve King, and today here in the House of Representatives we're voting on the GMO labeling bill. And it's come back from the Senate with an amendment in it, and I don't support the amendment that's in it, but I will be voting for the bill. And it comes about because the state of Vermont has passed some very stringent, specific, and egregious labeling laws. And these laws apply to any product that comes into Vermont. They put very, very high fines on anyone who violates that law. It's got a broad specificity to it. They would require that it be labeled as genetically modified organisms. It might turn into a requirement that they put I'm going to the limits here, the skull and crossbones on a can if it's got GMOs, but it requires that they list all kinds of ingredients within that. And in a lot of products, there's not room on the label to print that. It has to be printed on the label. So in the House, we drafted a bill that is a labeling bill that would be objective. It would restrain the overreach of this, and it could be on the barcode on the can. So if you have a change in ingredients and you're meeting the regulations that are there, you simply change it on your website and your linkage to the barcode. That was a simple version from the House side. The Senate has opened it up so that the Secretary of Agriculture can write those regulations. They think that's a limitation that won't be exploited by an overactive anti-GMO secretary in the future. I disagree, but just essentially the entire food industry has said we need a bill to protect us from Vermont. This is the best bill we can get. So I will be voting for the GMO labeling bill today with this reservation that a future Secretary of Agriculture could exploit the language that's been inserted in it from the Senate, and we could still end up with some egregious components that would be labeling components that be tied to the barcode rather than printed on the can as Vermont requires. So it's an improvement, it gives us protection, but the bottom line really is this. The United States Constitution, in the enumerated power that gives Congress the authority to regulate interstate commerce, called the Commerce Clause. Congress can do this. It is a constitutional responsibility that we have, but we could regulate this commerce better than we are with this bill today. Yet it must be done. This is the best deal we can get today. So let's save ourselves from Vermont, and I guess we'll have to save ourselves from a future Secretary of Agriculture at a later date.